right at you with a brand new edition. Your host DJ Zach Morris and Livy the Freeze.
Lord Flores, ladies and gentlemen. Lord Flores, time and time again, he gets better and better with that, right? I mean, I tell you.
We got our own Don Pardo.
Don Pardo, we're just gonna keep running with that reference. Some people will know who Don Pardo, maybe not. Sky, how you doing?
Doing good, man.
What's been happening with you?
Nothing much.
That's
Nothing
it?
much, honestly. Just
Well, damn it. Okay.
yeah, working. I'm, as you know, I'm listening to a crap load of '90s hip hop.
Okay,
Preparing
yeah.
for our.
That was a good. That's a good test for the audio because we had a problem.
Getting ready for our next Old Futz review.
Oh, don't remind me. Yeah.
Are you ready for that one?
No, not at all.
Yeah.
How long is that going to be? Like 4 hours? What are we
Probably.
doing? Forget it. We have the end of month. The month is coming. We have to get. We have to schedule this out. We have to go make time. We have to quit our jobs.
Yeah.
What are we gonna do?
Exactly.
All right.
Take vacation.
All right. Let's start on a downer. Actually, we are gonna start on a downer because since nothing happened to you, I went on Saturday. I'll just go into what's happened, and it's a little fun thing that I've done for the past couple months. It's called Social Sushi Saturday. See, I didn't even want to remember it anymore. Social Sushi Saturday, that's a lot of S's, and this was the 3rd annual. And it's basically where the social experiment where I will go the day or night before and go on the IG story as the millennials do and ask someone if they want to join me for sushi. I'm not paying, but I'm going to bring sake.
Do you mention that you're not paying?
I mentioned it this time, yes, I did. So yes, but I brought the sake, I said we have 2 sake, just sit down and we just talk story, that's it. 2nd month in a row, 0. No one joined me for social sushi.
Maybe they find you intimidating.
I'm finding myself intimidating at this point. I mean, I don't understand what nobody wants. Granted, it's spontaneous. Granted, it's the night before.
Can I also say it's not a cheap meal either? You don't eat cheap.
No, really, quite frankly.
You don't.
I went to Richie's last week, bro. Forget it. $10.
But you're eating at Izakaya Uosan. This is not a cheap meal.
Well, shout out Nobu-san, and so I have a reservation for 2. I don't want to, I feel like crap because there's an empty seat there. I don't want them to lose money on this thing. So I'm like, what am I going to do? It was too late, so I did it again. I walked on in, and they all do their yell when they go into the sushi place, right? And they go, Sakai-san, solo again. I'm like, yeah. And then shout out to Daniel-san. I'm not making that up. There's a Daniel-san that works at Ola-san.
It's the most Japanese holiday guy.
He's actually, yeah, he's a good Japanese holiday. That's not Japanese holiday. And he sees me solo. First thing he says to me is, you want a woman to sit with you? I'm like, what does that mean? I can get a woman for you. He says it dead serious to me. And I'm like, how much is it going to cost me? And then when I said that, then of course Nobu's there. And I'm like, I don't know what are we supposed to do here. So, are you gonna provide me a woman? He said, I can make a call right now. What do you think? And he's dead serious right now. He's not smiling. He's not laughing. So I'm like, what's the catch? Oh, you just have to pay for a dinner. I'll get back to you on this. So I just sat back down, and then Nobu-san is there. Sushi's it's on point, man.
Yeah, it's on point.
I mean,
there's no doubt that the sushi's on point.
And then here's a little kicker for the people that frequent the sushi. Don't go and say omakase. You just tell the guy you want. Like you're a sushi aficionado, right?
I think of myself as
you frequent.
I like it.
You like fish.
I dig it.
And you tell the guy you want to get seasonal fish. Because if you tell them omakase, they're going to go at their routine, their pre-gimmick routine
right,
of
and they're giving
stuff.
you the most expensive pieces.
Right, then that's when they're going to screw with you, right?
That
So
you
then
can get every time, right?
exactly. So then
seasonal. I always say seasonal omakase.
Seasonal omakase. Yeah.
That lets them know
exactly.
that you
exactly.
want a little bit more of the rare stuff.
Right. And
exactly.
It's on point over there. Easily, it's been 5 mics for at least several occasions. So as I'm there eating, there is a group of women behind me, look like maybe in their 30s. And they're only women by themselves, and then they're doing the thing, Japanese, look like Japanese, the FOBs as they call it. And then they're giggling, they always giggle because they like cute things and whatnot. And then so, all of a sudden I turn around and I get a beer. And the server drops a beer to me. And I'm like, what is this? I don't, because I'm just drinking sake. Oh, it's from the table in the back. I'm like, what? So these 3 girls got me the beer. Kirin, of course. And then I'm like, so what do I do in that situation? Like, do I just turn around? Like, do I do the giggle and do like that? And then what do I do? So
you be a man and you do the toast.
well, that's what I did, yes. But then what was the end game of getting the beer for me? Like, am I supposed to go over there and go, oh, what do I do? So I didn't go up to them and say anything. I did the thing, the cheers.
Thank them and
Yes.
go up and toast them.
Oh, that's right.
You also don't have a wedding ring on. Just want to point that out.
No, let me tell you this right now. Let me tell you this. I wear the wedding ring at sushi, at social sushi Saturday. I do.
You are looking like a single man with no ring on. I don't see no rings on these fingers.
Well, right now, because it's all part of the gimmick. but yeah, we'll edit that out post production. So I'm there with the ring. So and I'm there sitting down and I'm just there and I'm just doing my IG story, showing the fish, doing this and all this shit. So the women are there. They give me the beer. I just say okay, and then it gets weird. Okay, so this other look like maybe late 40s woman comes up to talk to Nobu-san, and because I'm right by where the pickup area, where we usually would sit. If you go to the Uo-san's bar, it's not a big bar, but I'm right where they're picking up the food. The servers are picking up the food. Woman comes up, talks to Nobu-san, all laughing, look like she's clearly gone already. She's drunk, and then she goes and she puts her arm on my shoulder. And goes, oh, how are you? Are you okay? And I'm like, yeah. Okay, and then she just walks away. I'm like, are you gonna give me a beer? I mean, like, what? So I didn't know.
I think they probably were gossiping. They were all probably like talking to
Wondering what this guy's gonna do?
problems at home.
Exactly. I guess so.
You know.
So nothing else became of that. I just went in and got out of there. You know, I do the
So
50.
it's unsocial sushi.
It's
Saturdays.
no social of any sushi Saturday at all. Unsocial.
So are you ending this thing, or are you gonna keep rolling?
I'm gonna end this thing right. That's it. I'm done. There's people are not social anymore. That's it. People are shy and awkward, and that's gonna be the end of it. I'm gonna eat by myself, damn it, and I kind of like eating by myself. You know,
Genki.
Genki, all no. But it's, and I encourage people, if they don't do this, go out and eat. If you want to go eat, go eat. You know, if you want to go see a movie, go see a movie. You know, if you want the cattle, take the cattle. What movie was that from? Forget it. Bad reference. Maybe, I think. No, that was Grace Jones. Grace Jones from, was that Red Sonja? I think, what was Conan the Barbarian?
Conan the Barbarian.
You want the man, you take the man.
Yes.
You take
That
the
was
cattle.
Grace Jones.
Grace Jones, yes. What did I say?
I don't know.
Okay. So I just encourage everyone to do that. That was my Saturday. Before that. No, this was after that. I see these dates. I get, you know, because I go out so much. Sunday night. The establishment known as Pint and Jigger.
Yes.
You ever heard of this place?
I heard. I ran into Dave Newman.
Who?
Dave Newman.
Yeah, I don't know him, but
You know him.
we go to this Pint and Jigger establishment. It's a pretty fun little place, and as we were there, we always seem to catch this. There were said couple sitting to the left of myself on a date, and it looked like a first date. Always fun, Tinder possibly, and the woman. Some people should need to delete it, but that's not my prerogative. And then what you do is the guy, of course, sits in the booth. Girl sits in the chair. Now, if you know in dating 101, woman sits in the booth.
Correct.
There we go. That's right. See, people, there's chivalry still alive. Then the guy proceeds to go into some kind of like a mock tirade of just talking about how he's a whiskey aficionado. And of course, he's not saying aficionado. He's like, yeah, I drink plenty of whiskey. I know this guy. He's not talking and he's saying aficionado, anything with a lot of syllables. He's not saying that. So he's really trying to impress this woman, and she's dressed up. She's really like in a dress,
To the nines.
ready to go. And he, of course, shirt, slipper, shorts, you know, like so.
And
I don't know.
Hat, one Raiders hat, or?
He was not wearing a hat. He did not have a hat.
It is
He did not have a
Hawaii.
hat. It is Hawaii, yes. But he shouldn't be dressed like this in the first place. So he's sitting there, and he's talking about, hey, you know what I know. And he's doing this crap, is whatever. And then she looks like she's possibly desperate then at this point. So I don't know why she's all dressed up and he's not. And then at the end of the date, she pays for the date. How's that? And I think this was a first date.
Oh, hell no.
I agree. So what is that about? Is that 2019? These guys look like in their 40s, by the way. So
Maybe
older.
she asked him out. I don't
Did
know.
she volunteer?
I don't know.
Because the rule with dating is
Because
whoever
he's
asks,
old, baby.
right? Like the only
Yeah.
time, I think, is
I buy you five.
that wrong?
I buy you five.
I thought the person who asked the person out, you know, usually can pay.
Well, as I was watching it, there was no any inclination that he was gonna do the whole grab the bill. Oh, I'll grab the. Oh, okay. He didn't do anything like. He was just like.
Maybe he was cold.
He called because
When the check-in, he got real
too much
cold.
whiskey. Yeah. So there was that. It's just I don't know. Dating is all screwed up. And then speaking of dating, speaking of the great app known as Tinder, article came out just today. Tinder had a survey with the users of this app, and they asked them what would be the number one thing you want from Tinder, and the vote came back that the number one thing users want is offering first date ideas. Now, it's become that sad of a state of life that we can't figure out where to take a girl or guy on a first date. Libby's here. Is it that bad? Is it that bad, Scott?
I think so.
You can't think of a first date? I mean, like these people, they can't. Is that?
Well, not me. I can think of.
I mean, we can't even like go to places. You know, you could just take them to Senya, really, if you want to go there. See, there you go. Shout out Senya. Shout out.
But
So-
guys are just taking them to Zippies. Or
Zippies, L&L,
Right.
you know. What was the other one we said? Jack in a
Jack in the
Box.
Box, yeah.
Go eat
You
inside.
get coupon.
That'd be great, huh? So that's the state of dating. So get ready. If you can't figure out a first date, just get out of here, right? And then what else happened? Oh, we mentioned this last week. Now you mentioned you saw the Michael Jackson
Yes.
documentary.
Leaving Neverland.
Okay.
Yes.
I still can't watch it.
It's gnarly.
But I not regarding the documentary, but I wanted to pose this to yourself and to everyone. Do you think because of Michael Jackson's magnitude and how his music is so legendary, and we're not to sweep it under the rug because of these allegations from a man who's passed away 10 years ago?
Right.
10 years later, we have stuff still coming out. What do we do? Do we flush him down the toilet?
Oh, I think there's.
I
Bad,
can't do that.
Yeah.
You know
I think
what I mean?
there's bad sides to both, you know,
Right.
aspects. You know what I mean? Like, it's a guy that can't defend himself now. We knew Mike was weird.
He never got
You know,
convicted.
but these are two guys that have obviously like
Right.
they've lied on the stand.
Robson's lied on the stand
Perjury
before.
twice.
Right.
Right. I'm not saying that those things didn't happen. I think there's two sides to every story.
Yeah.
But it did bring up some. I hear these other arguments where Michael Jackson owned this huge publishing catalog.
Right.
That was worth more than most record labels.
Right.
You know, he owned the Beatles music, the Beatles catalog.
So right, he's done the controversial stuff, but the music. I mean, if we take away that, it's Michael Jackson here. You know, this is a guy that's universally known, universally is loved. All of his songs are anthems, and now you're hearing people saying, "Well, we just can't play the Michael Jackson. We're eliminating it from the playlist now. We're eliminating it from this." We just, is this like? So I'm wondering, is this in a ways attack at black culture? Because you got R. Kelly getting taken down. Granted, he's a weirdo. He's doing really weird stuff, and he's cracking up by the hour. You got Bill Cosby, who was America's dad at one point. Now he's to be forgotten, right? He's 80 and blind in jail, and then we just flush him down the toilet. So why are these are legendary?
I hear what you're saying.
You know what I'm
but
saying?
Can we separate the controversy from the art? Can
Right.
we do that? And if you can
That's-
do that, then enjoy the music. I'm not gonna chastise
Because we got
anyone.
Elvis, he did some.
Hey, Elvis married
You know?
Priscilla Presley when she was
Right.
a teenager. Jerry Lee Lewis.
Jerry Lee Lewis,
He married his cousin.
right?
You know what I mean? So like,
And we still got
also
people
underneath?
impersonating Elvis to this day. You know, so we got that. This is very bizarre. So I'm wondering, like in 10 years from now, as we look at the echelon, who's a top tier star? Is Bruno Mars next? Is something weird going to come out to Bruno Mars in 10
I
years?
don't know. We gotta
That some
we gotta have a
weird thing,
Roosevelt reunion and
and
we
then
have a
maybe somebody from
documentary.
Roosevelt going to come out and be like, you know this guy Bruno Mars?
You know what that documentary is
He
called?
went touch me, and then what do you do?
Locked out of heaven.
Wow.
The Bruno Mars
We got
story.
the documentary. So it's just bizarre. It's just so I don't know. It just seems like a weird type of witch hunt that I still don't know if I want to watch that Michael
Well,
Jackson.
are you gonna play Michael Jackson songs in your DJ sets?
I think I still would.
Okay.
I have to. It's because we just have to separate it because it's legendary music. It is legendary. It's Michael Jackson. If we went back to 1988 right now, he's the man.
I don't think
You know?
the issue would have been as bad if these guys weren't suing the Michael Jackson estate for money.
And
they just
there
came
you
out and
go.
said, I need to speak my truth.
And
they
there you have
didn't
it.
want anything for it,
Right.
but they're suing them for all this money, and so
Yeah.
it brings up a lot of suspicion here.
Exactly. All this, the state is in once again.
If they
being
weren't
attacked.
asking for money,
Right. So it's just very bizarre. So it's a really bad cloud. That just makes it very
but we're not
sad.
gonna put R. Kelly and Michael Jackson in the same.
Totally different situation.
Yeah.
Totally. So yeah, that's a whole.
Because I think we should put R. Kelly under the jail.
No,
Can we put him under the jail?
trapped in the jail.
Kelly is still present. He deserves to be in jail. He's still
I don't see why
present.
not.
And then we just pump Ignition remix in the cell.
That'll be something. Right?
Nonstop.
Wow.
Mr. Reed.
Well, at least 69 times on that one. At least. Wow. Well, getting to sad stuff to something not. Something else in the news happened that was announced for the second year in a row. The great city of Pro City in the state of Hawaii. Pro City, you're a Pro City?
I heard this place.
Yeah. And it was announced that Pro City is the happiest city in the state of Hawaii. Now, anybody? No clapping on that one. Okay. Second year in a row. They were number 4th in the nation happiest city last year in America. And now it's 16th in the nation this year. So, what is the deal? Why is Pro City so happy
They
place?
just got a Daiso.
Did that take it over the top? Is
They
this the
stepped to get
thing?
over the top.
Apparently. I mean, well, we got the retirees are running rampant over there. I don't know if dating is really strong in Pro City. What else? Does IAEA count? Okay, so does IAEA count? It
We
does.
got Russ in the house. Who
So IAEA
actually
bowl counts as Pro City?
is part of bowling.
Okay, right. Leeward Bowl, exactly.
Leeward Bowl.
Leeward Bowl counts as okay. So with that said, we have to come up with the Mount Rushmore of the best Pro City things. So let's put this together.
Currently open or closed?
Currently, right now, still an attraction. So I looked this up online. I looked up what are the 10 best things to do online in Pro City. There's actually something online for this.
Wow.
And they put to party. Pro Ridge Center. If you want to go party, go to Pro Ridge. Uptown. Downtown. They put I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. According to the internet, they said if you want to party, Gavin, he's gonna meet me there. We're gonna go to Pro Ridge, party. Go bring my old lady and just talk like that. So another thing they said was the best food, best place to eat
Here we go.
in Pro
Bravo's.
City. No. Oh no. Oh no.
Mickey's.
Oh no. No. That's for something else. Okay, you ready for this? And someone's gonna get really excited when I say this. Down to earth. There you go. Shout out. Shout out vegetarianism. There you go.
It's not there anymore.
I'm just going off the internet.
Down to Earth has
www.
Down to Earth has moved into the new Toys R Us location.
Well, they need to update. They need to update these Howley's running the site. So best place to eat, Down Earth. Down Earth, Pro City. So never mind all that. We're gonna come up with this Mount Rushmore of best places in Pro City currently. Okay, so when you think Pro City, when you want to go, let's say to go eat, what's your first shot that only Pro City got that town does not have? Because we both live in the place known as Town.
Does Waimalu count?
Does Waimalu count, Russ? Okay.
We count it all.
That should be a shirt, like if Waimalu counts. Oh, see, so
I guess that's a big local destination for a lot of people, cattle company, but that's
we're not eating there,
that's
bro.
not my-
Forget it. No one's going there.
Like I said,
You
best
really?
best place to eat a big lunch on the sidewalk is Mickey's.
That's Mickey's, yeah. When you really want to question your life and you gotta be like, do I have to get a
You're
job?
gonna eat a community bowl of pickled onions.
Plenty pickled onions in there, yes. Well, I was gonna say Arby's, but because Town never had Arby's. Or is there no Arby's in Pro City?
Arby's.
Pro Ridge. There you go.
One of only like 2 Arby's left, I think.
There's only 2 Arby's left.
I think so. There's Arby's in Kailua, and there's 3 and Arby's in
Really?
Waipahu.
Wow.
People
That's
don't like
a
roast beef, I guess.
game changer. What about Gracie's is gone? There's no Gracie's.
Gracie's is gone. In
There's only one Gracie's left in
only one
Grand
Gracie's left, yes.
What are we to
Gracie's
do?
all sad.
What are we to do? All the husbands looking at their wives, mothers looking at their daughters, asking what's next. What are we gonna do? So where would we go then? Down to earth? Are we gonna get Satan and tofu and mac and cheese and what are we
I'm
gonna
once
get?
forced by friends.
Satan? Is it
I'm once
Satan?
forced by friends to either eat it out of
I used to work at Down to Earth. Okay,
or
I'm just saying.
Bravo's.
That's right, that's right.
So just saying. I used to work at Down to Earth. So shout out for getting. I can't think of anything else really. I'm trying to.
You never been forced to eat the cheese bread at Bravo's?
I have been on yes. I did. I went. Yes, I did. I went on a date at Bravo's and I had the cheese bread. Yes, this was back in like late 90s,
Yeah.
early 2000s. Yeah.
You were driving a Honda Civic back then? Or?
Toyota Tercel.
Oh, nice.
Tercel strong back in the hatchback.
Good for a
So
start.
I don't recall anything else of Bravo's. It's just like this pasta and it's like spaghetti factory kind of stuff and cheese bread. I mean, it's not you know it's unforgettable. So anything else regarding
This is something in the water.
Wendy's? Maybe you think
Wendy's is IEA technically, but we're counting it.
we have to count Wendy's.
Okay.
The old people like Wendy's. Right?
Everyone loves IEA bowl. Then.
Aiea Bowl,
Everyone
right?
loves IEA bowl.
So Aiea Bowl has got the. Oh really? You are fans of Aiea Bowl?
Everything else we mentioned so far has been
Perfect first date idea. Cosmic bowl.
Cosmic Bowling, that's right.
Thursdays.
Place to party. There you go. Aiea Bowl, not porridge.
Also,
Go figure. All right, we run out of things to talk about Pro City. We spent way too long on Pro City. So, Scott, it's about that time we do something. We did this last week, and it went kind of well. We're gonna do this again. We're gonna go out to the audience that we have, and if anyone, any questions, anything,
Questions, comments. Anybody wanna?
regarding anything. Russ, you have something to chime in? No, let's not talk about Pro City.
Sushi alone.
Anything regarding sports? A lot of stuff in
Michael
sports.
Jackson. R. Kelly.
Let's not beat a dead horse here. You know?
Got Katrina here.
Hey, Katrina, shout out Katrina.
So with all the deadlines coming up, how do you see, or how do you feel about Bell, OUJ, all
Okay.
these people being traded? I
Right.
mean, Bell hasn't been official, but
Yeah, that's
are you sad as a Titans fan? Actually, that's the main question.
am I sad that a player not on my team got traded? No, but Le'Veon Bell is.
The Titans are making any moves.
They already did because they already signed from the Rams offensive lineman, which they needed.
I'm glad you feel
Adam Humphries, receiver from Tampa Bay. Le'Veon Bell trade. I'm not sure where that's going to go with that because the Jets. What are they going to do with that? Yeah,
one of the Jets.
that's what I just said. But yeah, so we got that going on. Odell Beckham's going to be hot in Cleveland. I tell you. Sorry, shout out to the Bengals fan that's here. Shout out Kendrick. But it's a good lineup. I mean, we gotta say it's a good lineup. Sky got the mic. But it's a good lineup. A lot of stuff's gonna happen. There's still Nick Foles. We didn't talk about Nick Foles. That's a big one. Jaguars quarterback. He got signed. All these guys signing for long contracts too. And you gotta remember, NFL contracts are like it's toilet paper, right? 1 or 2 years tops. Not gonna be guaranteed. Not guaranteed money. So we'll see how long they last. Le'Veon Bell is 30, I believe. 27. Okay, so they're gonna run in 3 years. 30 retired. So there you go. Like running backs go. Okay, any other questions there? What about the Lord? Here we go, let's go. Shout out, okay.
So next month we're gonna do social Zippy Saturday.
There you go.
That's the idea of the year. At this point, yes. Sitting inside Zippy's, dining in by yourself.
Bucket of chili, 4 spoons.
Put them in there. Yes. Shout out Cedric.
Rapid fire, in no particular order, name your top 5 MCs, or top 5 MCs that come to mind right now.
Right off the bat.
Right off.
Okay. Got Rakim. Right off the bat. J. Rue the Damager.
Okay.
For some reason, after I said that, little dap came into the play. So sorry.
We're not gonna say little tap, are we?
But you said the first 5 that came in my head. So you got Little Dap, J. Rue Damage, okay, and then I just gotta go right D Nice.
Nice.
He said the first 5 that came into my head. Or like, should I think this over?
Top 5.
Oh, top 5. Okay, so we go Rakim.
Yeah.
I'll put him in there as far as J. Rue Damage. I'll keep him in there.
Yeah.
Yes. For the voice, I gotta go Guru. I gotta go MC Ren, as I've said many times before. MC Ren, I'm a big fan. And then we go the fifth one. We gotta plug in because I just can't think off the top. Nas.
Hey!
But MC Ren in there. Jay wrote it down as well. Might as well. What the hell? All right. Anything else? Are we
I
good?
want to hold that to you.
Are we good? I thought it was like the spontaneous, just thinking of names. You know, think Sun Doobie. I don't know. What am I saying?
So I love it.
You know, Scott Kahn. What am I supposed to do?
So, what's next athlete do you think is the most talented, but you cannot stand? And why?
See, right off the top of the dome again, that's Terrell Owens. Attitude-wise, okay, it's trash, but brilliant athlete in his day, right? So that would be one guy. That would be something. Rodman back in the day. Currently, though, gosh, I guess it would have to be based off what he did today. Would be Westbrook. I mean, if you guys didn't follow it, Westbrook's cracking up. He's cracking up. He's cracking up. So he needs stress management. Stress management. Oh, we have another. Oh, Jay Nads is here. Get ready. Congrats.
You see me at a karaoke bar, and I sang Ignition Remix. What are your thoughts on it?
You're on roll.
Smash or pass.
Is that the first? Is that the first song you're gonna start off your night?
Out at high school bus stops.
Yeah, that's the first time.
Where you gonna be across the street? What are you doing?
Ignition Remix.
If you open with that, wow, I'm gonna cry and laugh at the same time. I think I'm just like that'll be the start of my bipolar. I don't know if that'll be a good opener for you. I know you probably do sing that though. I know you're a frequent of the karaoke. Top 5, really?
Debating if it's off of there.
Wow, if that's in your top 5, what's your favorite song? I'll throw a question to you. I'm throwing a question to you, sir. Yes.
Whitney Houston, that one.
I remember what? Okay.
The song is I Have Nothing from the Bodyguard soundtrack.
Got it.
There you go.
That's the one.
Can't wait to hear that on the audio version. Jane Hanson. All right, is that it? Is that it? We good? We good? Let's get out of here then. Oh, there goes Cedric. Shout out.
2-part question.
All right, here we go.
2-part. Ooh.
Have you ever smoked cannabis, and what are your thoughts on medical marijuana?
Okay, that's a great question. We've talked about this many times before. I have never. I've never done it. Never smoked cigarette, never done anything. But with that said, there's too much evidence of it. It needs to be a thing. It needs to be a commonplace thing. So I'm in support of it, even though I've never done it. I'll still support it. The evidence is clear. And that's where it's heading. And that's where it's gonna go. So yeah, exactly. Well, it's gonna be legalized anyway. And there's far other dangerous things going on.
Oh yeah.
Medical marijuana, quite frankly.
You're not.
R. Kelly is up there, right? And then we got
Dare removed it from Gateway Drugs. Dare.
Oh, right. So if Dare removed it. All right. Let's go. We've been on way too long. We're gonna be on till past midnight. And somebody's gonna be pissed. Let's get out of here. We'll take a break. We're gonna come back. We got our guests. It's gonna be Jesse Cruz, Livestock Tavern, Lucky Belly, Chin Bar, Cedric Clinton's here.
That's right.
Let's get out of here. Sleep time's over. There we go. We're back. Sleep time's over is back, and let's get right to our first guest. He is the owner of Livestock Tavern. He's owner of Lucky Belly, the trifecta of downtown. Tchin Bar as well. Wow, we got a lot to talk about as far as Chinatown. Let's bring out Jesse Cruz. Interesting choice. You chose this? You walk up
I think so. I love music, but not at your level or Sky's level.
Yeah,
so when
you
you
know.
said this, I was like, shit,
No
what
one
do I
cares.
do? But
Yeah.
vision is one thing that I
Okay.
want to listen to before I start my day and kind of helps the day get where it has to be. So,
Wow, that's the one to do it. So we got to start. Where are you from?
from here,
Yeah.
so Makakilo.
There we go, shout out.
Trinity. So a little West Side thing going on, but moved away for a little bit.
Yeah.
Got some experience how to run the houses, so I have a chance to do something in Chinatown. So a blessing more than anything else.
Wow. So then high school.
Mililani, that's how I know
There
Sky.
We went high school together.
So we're the same age, so it's nice.
Okay.
So how'd you go Mililani? You guys moved to Mililani?
Actually got kind of snuck in. It was Mililani or Campbell, and
Oh yeah.
Campbell back then it wasn't Campbell that now. So
Yeah.
Mililani is a little bit more
It was
cooler,
a safe school, basically.
safer.
It was clean.
Yeah. Yeah.
People
Campbell
don't
versus
remember-
Mililani. Let's go Mililani, man, please.
Right.
People don't remember, Mililani had kind of a little bit of a dark side too, because we had all the kids that were expelled from Lilua.
Well, and myself too. That's why I went there.
Well,
You know, so I got expelled from Damien,
Oh,
and I was
yeah.
like Mililani.
There
I
you
was like sophomore year. I was like let's go
Yeah.
Mililani. So
Okay.
hope it's the right choice. I met Sky there, so it's a
Think
good
so?
thing.
Yeah. Everything went well from this. So how did you get into cooking?
First job was restaurant, so
Yeah.
Perez, Aya, whatever you want to
Yeah.
call it. It's Monterey Bay Canners.
That's your first place you worked at? Wow.
Absolutely. So
Oh, ramen cooks for the win. Huh?
yeah. So restaurants is cool. I think that's the only thing I have done. So I think
Yeah.
hopefully I do okay with it.
Okay. So
Yeah.
how did you the trifecta that you have, which is amazing. You have 3 spots
Right.
within literally getting in a triangle in itself in Hotel Street. How did the whole idea begin? How did this whole thing start?
I think when I came back from the mainland, I did Hawaii in 2008, and it was a horrible crash of the market in
Yeah.
that for housing. So finding a job in Hawaii was difficult, very humbling at the same time. Landed a gig in Kailua, kind of got fired from that, so I got fired 3 times. For getting fired is a blessing, man.
Trifecta.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not like you automatically successful. You gotta fail and fail and fail
Right.
to appreciate what you have. So the house that we have in Chinatown is a huge, humbling experience to have and own. So I think I mean, it's crazy. You can go in there.
Yeah.
It's like getting fired from Formaggio's. You kind of like, shit, what I'm gonna do? I'm tired of getting fucking fired.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
think hopefully I know what I'm doing, or is something wrong with me at the same time that nobody wants to keep me.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I looked at 12 banks, everybody says no. I looked at 100 locations trying to find a spot what I want to do. Everybody says no, but there's a little shop in Chinatown, old mini garden.
Right.
You know, it's like I sat out there, my mom thought I was crazy. Like I watched the room, there's only 60 people goes in there, like a little crackhead, and this crackhead sitting next to me,
Yeah.
watching the same room that I'm watching. I was like, we're looking at the same thing. I'm watching the pace of this area.
Yeah.
And I think if I do 60 covers, I'll do okay if I just me and somebody else is running it. But I think the Lucky Belly brand is an amazing brand to do in Chinatown. And
That was the first one. That was the
absolutely.
3.
Yeah, we're 7 years old, so it's
right,
a
yeah.
huge thing.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Year that opened up was when? That-
2012.
Okay.
So I mean, the thing with Chinatown, man, it's rough because the clientele that's there, people think it's Chinatown, we can do whatever we want. It's not the Wild Wild West, man. We still put a lot of money to the shop, and
Yeah.
I think it's still respectful of our passion, what we do. But people tear it up like it's Chinatown, or it's even worse, it's Hotel Street.
Right.
So it's a little bit more rowdy. So I think we came up with
It's amazing.
First Fridays are like we all put on a battle gear like shit. We're gonna go to war, man.
Yeah.
People are gonna fucking take shit.
Yeah.
It's like the looting's gonna happen. Windows are breaking.
Yeah.
But I think in the years that's happened, I think Chinatown's met a lot.
Yeah.
But a lot more business came to Chinatown that helped the gentrification of the area.
Right. How did that even be when they approached you? Because as we know, growing up, Hotel Street was the place your parents told you not to go.
Absolutely not.
Avoid
man.
at all costs. The bus runs there. That's all you need to know. You find the bus stop.
You
get
don't
out.
get off in that section.
You don't
either.
walk down that street.
True.
And then now it's become like hipster town, and
Yes.
it's like bizarre. So, who approached what to be like? Okay, we gotta clean this up, and we're gonna because you're one of the first.
I
Downbeat
think,
Diner.
I mean, Downbeat was there before us. Manifest was there first.
Manifest was there. Yes.
Bar 35 was there, so there was a little, there's a little sunlight going through it.
39
it's gonna
Hotel.
be okay.
Where you took over.
39 Hotel was an amazing spot too,
Yeah.
and it was cool. But I think the landlord there was like took a chance on us, and that was an amazing part on their end to risk it. So
Yeah.
hopefully we did okay with it.
Right, and that also from their second location
It was
was
a Livestock Tavern,
right.
another concept that came out. They were just American. Like everybody's doing this fusion, which is great. Hawaii's food is a little different. The flavor profile for it is a lot different. But what if we just did American food in there? So no chopsticks, no rice, which we get a lot of heat of, but it's protecting the brand at the same time. You can get kalbi at any bar that you want
Right.
to go to. So we kind of want to steer away from that and be something unique to the brand at the same time.
Right,
And
a
then
total offshoot of Lucky Belly. So
Yes.
and then from
Opposite. We don't want to compete with each other.
Yeah,
We're gonna
exactly.
lose clientele that
Exactly.
way. And the third one was the Chin
there.
bar,
Chin, right?
which is the old Hotel 39.
Yeah.
Crazy spot.
Yeah.
I mean, I see some crazy stuff happen up there.
Yeah.
I mean, good, but it's very
mostly crazy.
Chinatown.
Yeah.
But I think it was nice to have a nice wine bar up there. So I
Yeah.
think we're grateful that the landlord allows. So the benefit is same landlord. You want another one? So I guess at the end, if opportunity comes, are you ready to take on those opportunities and
Right.
those challenges? So I think we were. We had a great team running us. We still have a great team running us right now. So at the end, I'm appreciative that we got a good team with us.
Right, and what you guys did to that spot at Chin, I mean,
Yeah.
for people that don't remember, 39 Hotel, quite frankly.
It was amazing,
Right.
man. They packed in like 400 people in there. Like
Yeah.
shit, it's a sweat box.
Yeah. So
Fire
what you guys did,
Absolutely.
total
And
fire
then one
hazard.
stairs, like how do you get down? Like
It's a fire hazard with no one in there. So, I mean, so amazing what you
Wait,
did.
don't let the fire department hear that.
Yeah,
It's the
exactly,
same
sorry.
place. We only allow
Yeah.
2 people at a time, and
Unreal,
cool.
unreal.
A blessing to have.
And you mentioned earlier how a lot of it's evolved as far as being safe, a safer area.
Right.
What are your thoughts on crime in general right now, currently
Right.
in Chinatown, and what's been happening? Do you see more enforcement? Do you see more police? Do you see
I
that
think we
getting
see them
clean?
giving more jaywalking tickets, which is
Oh, yeah.
upsetting. It's like, so Nikki from Manifest was a good push on watching as far as what's going on in the community, and she's a good push to revitalize the area. She's pushing for First Fridays to come back again, which is very nice. But I guess law enforcement, they want to give out tickets, meaning jaywalking versus everything else that's going on.
Right.
But we can't tell them how to do the job at the end of the day. So
It's pretty unreal. But, if they're going out for that, where are they when we got Hungry Hawaiian videos coming out like 1 o'clock in the morning?
Dude,
Where are
we
the
see
cops
some
there?
crazy stuff going on.
Yeah, of course.
And it's like, wow. So lock the doors, be safe inside. So Lucky Belly has a window that we do
Yes.
cook tenting.
Yeah, shout out to the
cage that protects us from what's going on outside.
I
It's
say,
like,
yeah, I know. How does that work? I
oh,
mean,
we stay inside protected.
they packing in there? What are they doing? You got shanks? What do they got?
We got a locked door that's gated.
Wow.
Keeps us safe.
Shout out to the Lucky Burger.
Oh,
That's
First
a
Friday.
damn
just
good
wanna
burger.
Come back.
Yes.
Appreciate that.
You gotta put that on the regular menu somewhere. Just, I don't know how you can do it. Make a booth or something, but it's a great burger. So that's on the
Appreciate it.
window. You gotta go late. Old people kind of go. But what do you see? What's the future? What's up and coming for these 3 spots?
I think we got a chance to go to Kapolei. We're doing a lucky
Oh,
bird
really?
second in
Yes.
Kapolei, so a blessing.
All right, shout out.
A little bigger, but hopefully we can go. I mean, because I'm from Makita Kapolei,
Yeah.
it's nice
Yeah.
to go back where we learn how to drive, where we smoke weed on the cane fields. Now there's a whole fucking complex that's out there. Everything's a first in the cane fields, but we're a lot
Right.
older to see. Kapolei is
Right.
crazy what's developed,
Right.
and it was just cane fields, man.
That's the thing. It's
Cane
just
fields, and they
amazing.
used to burn the cane, and
Yeah.
you can't go to school in white because ashes are falling, and
That's-
it's like what these kids don't understand. We're a little
They don't
older.
know.
Me and Sky, a little older, so we understand. Before internet, that's kind of crazy.
Before the
Because
internet,
before
yep.
the internet, it's like how do you get around?
Boss. That's it. Catch the white love.
But it's unreal. It's unreal what they've done with Kapolei.
Right.
It's crazy development.
Yeah.
Which
So excited.
which part in Kapolei?
I think we're trying to get into the Kamakana Li'i.
Okay.
We've been in talks for this a while, so I
Yeah.
think that's the part that's hard. It's like, but the leases to go into a big corporation of any like Ala Moana or any
Yeah.
large ones, the lease is pretty thick. Like
Yeah.
Chinatown's like 2 papers, like you're in, you're out. Like
Right.
sign, I'm in. This was like 40 pages, and then some. It's like
Yeah.
you gotta have attorneys to read that thing, and it's
Right.
like not educated, so the words is a little bit more than what I could handle. But so it's a negotiation. Hopefully we can get it, and
Yeah.
hopefully we sign by next week. We
Oh,
get
wow.
this game going on. Yeah.
This is some big time breaking news here. This is great.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we've been talking about it for a while.
Yeah,
so
fair
it's
enough.
huge for us.
It's gonna fill a niche,
But it's
right? I mean,
legit. Like
wow. Anything new on the menu that we should know about? For someone that hasn't been to Livestock Tavern, Lucky Belly, or Ginger, what could you be
Yeah, what's the
relate to?
signature dishes?
Yeah, what we got?
Well, Livestock's seasonal, so we change
Okay.
4 times a year. So we just went into spring, which is a lot different. We do keep the favorites, I mean the chicken, the prime, the burger, but yeah, Chin rotates. We do tomorrow's Wine Wednesdays, so every second Wednesday of the month we do a little education cast because wine could be intimidating.
Yeah.
So it switches out from Pinot to big reds, and hopefully we put up some food that can complement the wine
Yeah.
at that part. But having 3 rooms, the brands are pretty fun. That it's limitless. You can have fun whatever you want to do as a chef, as an owner, as a manager. Hopefully it doesn't get boring in that part. So exciting, but it's a lot of work, man.
Yeah.
But which is awesome, man. It's a
Right.
good blessing to have.
Are we at Lucky Belly tonight?
Oh, there we go. There we go.
Thanks for coming in.
Plug. Shout out. Going there. Yep.
I think he's just checking if I made it today. Like I think he's really checking.
Well, thank you.
I was like, is
There's
he
that
there?
too.
Like, what's going on?
You
It's
remember
like,
what? You should
just
have
like
come
come
on.
He goes,
I also want that would be a good, like, you know, you can kind of segue in going, yeah, I hated your establishment.
That's the old, yes, that's the old Formula Sky, thank you. Yeah. But it's all great stuff. What you did with Chin Bar is just an amazing spot. I think anyone who wants to throw a party, you throw any type of event, just even go out and just go first date, there you go. That's the place to go.
pretty mellow. The room's
nice.
gorgeous on its
Yeah.
own. So
Yeah.
I think to have a rooftop part in Chinatown,
Yeah.
it's a little different. Fucking, it's been raining a lot. We look,
Yeah.
it's Friday. Obviously, it's Friday because it's raining. So everybody got to get inside. It kind of destroys us, but you can't put up a tent to kill that ambiance. To
Yeah.
be in Chinatown, having a drink with the stars above you.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Unreal. Well, since you went to Mililani High School and Pro Cities voted the #1 happiest place, where do you consider as far as let's throw this to you as far as a Rushmore goes, which is 4 things. We'll go into what do you consider the top 4 central Oahu cities? What do you think?
I think I might be a buck on this. I think it's crazy to think we think we're cities. We're one island.
Well, yeah, I'm using that
You know,
really
it's
loosely
like-
right now,
It's
but
crazy when you're from the west side, we're all on the same island.
yes,
you know,
and there's no
like-
town.
Right,
I mean,
we all
quite
folks in
frankly.
our own way.
Yeah.
I think we all have our own characteristics. So, sorry, but I think we are one at the end of the
There
day.
we go. That's right. That's right.
I think
That's right.
we find ourselves in that.
That is
way,
correct. Very
but We
good.
won, man. I mean, it's battling other islands at the same time. You're like, well, I'm from Kauai. It's like, shit, we all from Hawaii, man. We
Well,
all
right.
trying to get
There
ahead.
really is no need to.
West side, east side is like,
It's such a
an
thing.
island, dude.
Are you from the west side? You central. You from town.
But that is
Shout out.
that is a big thing with guys that I know that live all on
Of
that
course it is,
central
yes.
and west side, and
Right.
Yes.
you know, like
Are you from
hey,
town?
come
That's
and-
what you say.
Come and hang out with me.
Shout
and
out.
like, how do I drive down?
Right,
Right.
Yeah, well,
Right.
we won, man. I think that's one big part that we all
There
just
we
stick together and get ahead.
Well said. See positivity. See it's not all other kind of stuff. Very good. Well, I tell you what, everyone out there, if you haven't already, I'm pretty sure everyone has at some point, has gone to Lucky Belly, Livestock Tavern, hot places. Thank you very much, Jesse Cruz. I tell you,
Oh,
sir.
okay, thanks for
Good
having
stuff,
me.
man. Jesse Cruz, we'll be back. See you guys over. All right, we are back, and a couple, as we always do it to end out the show, a couple news and notes. But before we do that, Liberty Freeze, everyone is here. Liberty Freeze. Liberty, everything okay? What's
Yeah, all good.
all is good. Okay. You were on here for a reason, but before we get to that, a couple of news and notes for the end of the month. Next week, we're going to be here again, Tuesday, DJ Drama will be guest next week. And then we move over to the month of April. We're going to have the big WrestleMania show. Get ready for that one. So it'll be the trivia battle and all kind of nerds running around there. And then we'll have following that, we're going to have the king of all Hollies, Flash Hanson's going to be on. He's going to be for April, the most Hollies guy we've had on the show. Jamal knows. And Rucka is going to be on the show as well. We'll probably have him cook mac and cheese. Who knows? But, right, that'd be something.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be?
Some vegan mac and cheese.
I'll take it. I used to work it down there. Our next guest is he's the owner of Squeeze Play Hawaii. He's also an MC, born and raised in Honolulu, local. Supporting local. His debut album is called Architecture, and this is it with the gatefold. Sound it. Let's bring on in our man Cedric Clinton.
Hitting all these bullseyes while they bite like sharks. I'm an iron lion in the concrete jungle. While these snakes and sheep, they just lie and stumble. Through the rat race, I fly high like a bubble. Be with the flyest ears to the beat double. Elegant rhymes up as elephant skin, cooler than a pig.
Cedric, how you doing?
I'm doing well, and yourself?
All great. Great that you were here, sir. Great to have you on, man. Libby, why were you a part of this one? Here we go.
Well, I'm a super fan.
There we go.
Love the album architecture. Love like your activists and everything. So just looking forward to talking with you. So you own Squeeze Play. So how did that come about?
So Squeeze Play is a local screen printing graphic design company. We print t-shirts, hats, stickers, tote bags, embroidery for local businesses, schools, special events. It got started in high school. I took the graphics class for 2 years at Kaimaki High. Shout out to my teacher, Scott Shibuya, who now runs Guava Smoke, if you guys are into smoke and that kind of stuff.
No kidding, yeah.
So he started the screen printing program, everyone's favorite elective class. If you didn't choose it as your first choice, you probably weren't going to get in. And the reason was because you got to print t-shirts and make stickers. So took it 2 years in high school. And after high school, you know, I always kind of knew I wanted to run my own business. Kind of wanted to take a break from school after high school. My parents are like, take a break now, you're never going to want to go back. So I kind of got pushed into it, registered late, got my books late. Ended up failing the 3 courses that I took at UH. Dropped out of college, started delivering pizzas while selling weed at the same time.
There we go, shout out.
And,
making money.
Yeah, and right when I was unable to drive anymore after getting a speeding ticket, a friend, my dad's friend, knew the previous owner of Squeeze Play who was looking to sell it. So I was going to go to school for international business. Always kind of knew I wanted my own business, just didn't know what. It ended up falling in my lap. I interned with the previous owner for only like 3 months prior to taking over, and that was back in 2009. Luckily, my mom was down to loan me 10 G's to purchase the business.
Oh, shout out, Mom.
Shout out Mom and Dad. My dad was my accountant for the first 4 years, along with many other hats that he wore. But I couldn't afford his salary, so he had to go. And 10 years later, this April, I'll actually be celebrating my 10-year anniversary.
Wow.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Business.
Yeah.
So where did the rhyming come in?
That came, starting 5th grade. I was blown away by a song that I heard on the radio. Called my homegirl up, like, yo, who's this song? Who are the artists? Ended up being Dr. Dre and Eminem, a song called Forgot About Dre. My best friend and I, previously known as Poetic, now known as Jay, we were neighbors in Waikiki, wall rats as well. And he and I decided to use this song to try and enter into our school talent show. So one day after school, I went to his house with a blank cassette tape. Some of you younger cats might not know what those are. And so in an effort to stand by the radio to wait for the song to come on so we can record it onto the tape so we could use it to practice, called up the DJ, tried to request the song to speed up the process. Finally got the edited version on tape. We then went online to download the lyrics. We both really wanted to be Eminem. I lost in a John and Poe battle, so I ended up being Dr. Dre. Eminem had 2 verses, was a big deal. We wanted more airtime. So we rehearsed, got in front of our class for the audition, and surprisingly did not make the cut, probably because it was talking about burning houses down and killing barking dogs and smoking weed and drinking alcohol. So
you have that song memorized down pat to this day?
Pretty much.
Really?
To this day, maybe a little rusty, but
I was gonna say.
definitely one of my favorite albums for sure.
Okay.
The Chronic 2001, absolutely.
That was the one. So
Yeah.
other artists growing up that got you in along with Eminem?
So early days was West Coast gangsta stuff. So Snoop Dogg, Dr. Dre, Exhibit, Dog Pound. What else? DJ Quick, who I had the honor of opening up for at the Republic.
That's right, we saw you.
Shit, what
We were
else?
there. We saw you.
Yeah, so early days was radio stuff, you know, Nelly.
Right.
Yeah, that
The
kind of
late 90s.
stuff. Yep. And then early high school days was when I kind of started getting onto the more conscious boom bap underground stuff. My half brother, shout out to David, he gave me 3 key CDs burnt. One was Phrenology by The Roots.
Nice.
One was Balloon Mind State by De La Soul.
Nice.
Yes.
Excellent.
Jazzmatazz by Guru.
That's a 3.
Yeah, and Guru's like one of my favorites. You said Rakim, also Nas is one of my favorites. I was put on to Black Star, Tribe Called Quest, De La Soul. Yeah, and then from there just
Quite a lot.
just dove in and just like went deep.
Wow. So, throw out a Facebook question for you here.
Okay.
Gentleman asks, always been curious about the Chi Funk movement.
Yes.
Didn't know if it was a nod to Chicago, the Asian concept of Chi, or what?
Yeah, so it's not Chi for Chi-Town.
There you
It's
go.
actually Chi for life force or energy. Chi is the energy, funk is the synergy. It is an evolution from G-Funk. It came to me while tripping on acid in the mountains while regulators came on. And yo, we should go as the Chi Funk crew, because my friend just told me this story about him going to this Chinese lady plate lunch spot, like, hey, your energy, your Chi is so amazing. So that story, along with psychedelics, along with regulators, I conjured up Chi Funk. Funk is also a genre that is comprised of 4 subgenres: soul, R&B, jazz, and psychedelic rock. We as humans have 4 different energetic bodies: mental, physical, emotional, spiritual. So Chi Funk is about harmonizing all of these energies to live our highest potential.
Right. Excellent.
Okay, so the album
Architecture, yep.
Architecture. Okay, so you started writing that while you owned your business, or when did the songs for that start?
Yeah, so I had the instrumental since 2012. I didn't start the album till about 2015, and it didn't come out till 2017. So I had 3 songs, West Coast songs, that I used for a talent show on the West Side, which ended up being an EP called West Side Stories. So that, along with the first 6 songs, I knocked out in one studio session over at Prima Phonics. Shout out to Sub-Zero.
Shout out Sub-Zero.
Yeah.
Shout out. Still
Legend. And then it was like another 6 months or so before I finished writing and got back into the studio to knock out the last 6 songs. And then planning an album release party, pressing up the hard copies, and getting all that stuff together. Took quite a bit of time, especially doing everything on your own. So.
And now music videos too?
Music videos, I just released.
How many?
Yeah, my 4th one, Intro Function, which you heard coming in. I just dropped that on January 1st. Energy Vampire was the first one I released, I think in like 2017. Strictly Largecore is out, as well as Bet Your Life, which was actually the first music video I ever shot in Las Vegas, but it was like the 2nd or 3rd to come out.
Doing a lot of work, and since your album has been out,
Yes.
and you have physical copies of this, and you're really doing an incredible job as far as pushing your product. And in terms of supporting local, and this is a question that me and Kevin talked about from last year, is regard to the Hawaii hip hop artists. Where do you see when you go out to do these shows, who's the fan base? Is it when you have these live events and you see it's friends and family?
Yeah.
Do you see a lot of people that you don't know that will come up to you, wow, that's a great album, man, or someone that a stranger that will just come up to you? We've always wondered, like, who do you see out there when you're performing? You perform a lot. So
Yeah. So
what's the crowds like?
You do see a lot of the same people. You do see rappers rapping for rappers or other artists.
How can we change
But you
that?
do so we're at the Dragon upstairs. Shout out
Yeah.
Bounce Back Mondays. We're there every single Monday. So you got some foot traffic, and then you got some regulars. So like 2 weeks ago, a military dude who was in town for a few days heard my set, wanted to buy an album. He ended up overpaying for it just because he really resonated with it. Random shows like at the Republic, you know, that was like one of the biggest shows I've done so far, and so I did tap into a market that I hadn't tapped into before. And I sold, you know, after my set, I go through the crowd and say what's up to people, see if they're interested, and so, you know, a handful of people bought albums that night as well. So yeah, that's the goal. Like, we're trying to branch out of just our inner circle. So we're trying to tap into the college market. We're trying to tap into the tourist market. And so we just locked in every third Friday at Tropics. This is Bounce Back Monday is expanding. So now we're rebranding to the Bounce Back Alliance because we're gonna have more than just one day. So Tropics Ale House in Waikiki every third Friday. Obviously Waikiki, lots of foot traffic, tapping into the tourist market, along with regulars and hip hop heads in town. So we're making an effort to branch out because we realized it's not sustainable.
Yes, you need to at this point.
To keep rapping.
How far you want? Yeah, like what's the end game of what you're doing, and that's what you're doing. So and this is why, you know, we have you on this show, is because I see you pushing. I see you pushing product. I see you performing and getting yourself out there, and not just telling everybody just look at SoundCloud and then stay at home.
Yeah, for sure.
It's phenomenal, and you have a business on top of it. So you're working a lot here, and I applaud that. It's incredible.
And so much in the community, like Sound Shop, if you want to talk about that. And I'm curious to know with Shabazz Palaces what that was like.
Yeah, so that was amazing. So flashback to last year, you know, Sound Shop started by Naveed and Taylor and Scott Otoro. Big up Super Groupers crew. They started about 5 or 6 years ago. And last year, I was asked to just be a guest. They have special guest artists come through every once in a while. So I was just asked to be a guest. So we kind of tapped into the self-made artist was like the theme since I was there. So we had the kids come up with a business idea, a logo, a pitch. So in a 3-hour session, we start off by introducing ourselves, performing for the kids. We have access to the gallery, so we use different exhibits to incorporate into our lesson plans. And we lead them through writing exercises, and by the end of the day, the end goal is try to get them on stage and perform for us, express what they have on their mind and stuff. So I was just asked to be a guest last year. They liked me enough to invite me to go to Molokai to facilitate a handful of workshops out there for pretty much all the schools on the island. And since then, I kind of took Illicit's spots. Shout out to Illicit. He was one of the core artists, but his schedule got really busy. And so this beginning of this new season, they asked me to be a core facilitator from the very beginning. So we've done about 4 or 5 this year so far. We're going back to Molokai in April. And we got some more following that for the rest of the year.
Do you see that going mainland?
I'd love to branch out because I get people not in the Sound Shop system that I tell about it, or like, oh, our kids would love to have that happen, and we can even find a way to fundraise and try to pay for it, because a lot of the schools are cutting the arts program. Music is getting cut, art is getting cut, and music and art has a huge part in my life and my heart, and I feel that's extremely valuable for everybody, not just kids, but anybody to be able to express themselves. So yeah, I definitely would like to branch out, because currently we're funded by a grant through the Honolulu Museum, and we want to try to keep it free for the kids, you know, because it's the underserved communities that we want to try and help support even more so, you know. So that's why we want to try and keep it free for the kids. But that's a challenge. Grant writing and finding donors and all of that is a challenge. So yes.
So now you were involved in Powwow this year?
Not really. Well, okay, so kind of. Last minute, Lean Ski, shout out to Lean Ski, big up Floor Lords crew, legend from Boston, and B-Boy Breaker DJ. He called me up last minute because one fellow MC was late to perform for the B-Boy battle. And so I got parking, of course, was a challenge, so I got there late. Homegirl ended up showing up. Shout out to Fire Empress Stone from the west side.
Shout out.
So she killed a set, and I showed up, and I'm like, cool, but I mean, at the very least, I'll see a dope B-boy battle. Big ups to Hijack, who won one of the divisions, who's also in my music video, Architecture, intro function, pardon. And so right before the final battle, the DJ was spinning all day, so he was tired. He's like, hey, do you want to maybe rock a couple songs so we can give our DJ a break and kind of amp up the final battle? So I came with my laptop and USB ready, picked 3 songs to perform, so I got to rock a couple songs.
That's
Yeah.
it.
If you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. So
There you go. Come on. And it only segues perfectly, but to give the crowd what it's all about here. So we did this last week. We're gonna have our live performance. We're gonna see what he's all about here. So what we'll do is we'll take a break, and then we're gonna come back more with Cedric Clinton.
Cool.
All right, we are back. Sleep time's over, and we're gonna have yet again live performance, and once again, Cedric Clinton.
Hey.
Without music, I just can't go. Like a waterless river, I just can't flow. Necessary like nutrition in the way I grow. Harmonizing beats and rhymes make my third eye glow. Like a supernatural supernova on the path of a light working soldier. These are the roots of how I got over life's challenges and negative exposure. With strong foundation through song vibration. Paradigm shift to a new elevation. Using navigation from the constellations. Along with dedication, I reach my destination. Rise up every day to deep meditation. Then I chant positive affirmations. I am the master of my own creations. Love and light, you are my manifestations. Construction of lyrics, uplifting the spirit. Meant to be felt when you tune in and hear it. This is the blueprint of my architecture. See through the art of the words in my lecture. Construction of lyrics, uplifting the spirit. Meant to be felt when you tune in and hear it. This is the blueprint of my architecture. See through the art of the words in my lecture. Music is so nice, live and direct. Break down the beats, cut and dissect. Verses to bars, bars into words, words into letters that are meant to serve as peaceful ignition. When I start to listen, discovering gems that light up and glisten like nuggets of wisdom as I pay attention. Dig in the crates and release some tension. Relate to lyrics that speak to my spirit. Felt by my heart once my 2 ears hear it. Pump up the volume like blood in my veins, stimulating my brain, relieving my pain. Put me in a trance, make me wanna dance. Take off my shirt, maybe take off your pants. Get me in the mood, make you wanna groove. Turn off the TV and turn on some tunes. Construction of lyrics, uplifting the spirit. Meant to be felt when you tune in and hear it. This is the blueprint of my architecture. See through the art of the words in my lecture. Construction of lyrics, uplifting the spirit. Meant to be felt when you tune in and hear it. This is the blueprint of my architecture. See through the art of the words in my lecture. Artistic expression and honest confession. From speaker to listener, create a connection. Inspiring questions from its first inception. And possibly leads to creative conceptions that light up my path or change my direction. Spark up my heart to a brand new affection. Destroy comfort zones, rebuild the blueprint. Draw up some plans for my home improvement. Sharpen my pencil, upgrade my mental. Renovation of the spiritual temple. Stick to the code, cause it is essential to stay in harmony with my own tempo. Write my own words, sing my own song. If I get off track, the beat still goes on. Readjust my antenna and tune in properly while managing my intellectual property. Construction of lyrics, uplifting the spirit. Meant to be felt when you tune in and hear it. This is the blueprint of my architecture. See through the art of the words in my lecture. Construction of lyrics, uplifting the spirit. Meant to be felt when you tune in and hear it. This is the blueprint of my architecture. See through the art of the words in my lecture. Now when I say she, y'all say funk. She, she. Now when I say hip, y'all say high. Hip, hip. Now when I say don't, y'all say sleep. Don't sleep. Don't sleep. Now when I say high, Y'all say brow, huh? Brow, huh?
Cedric, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you to everybody that came out. Jesse Cruz. Where'd everybody else go? Big
Big
shout out
up
my
Captain.
sleepers. Kevin, where are you?
Shout out.
He's probably watching the live feed.
No, he was watching.
He was watching the live feed. Okay, shout out our Kevin Keys, Barrels, Hollywood Club, 7 floors. Get out of here. Sleep time's over.